Hey everyone, it's late afternoon here in September. Wanted to give you a little run up of my trailer setup and stuff. This is the second one, just kind of maybe going over some stuff that I've done. So got this trailer from I think it's a Tegmeyer's there. Sales and service in Wilmington. I guess they're still in business. This is about 15 years old. When I got it, it didn't have this basket on it, which we'll go over here in a minute. And we didn't have the Gorilla lifts on it or the tailgate. So I'll tell you the modifications we've had on it. This is my third trailer. I've been in business 41 years, I mean. This is Koogler Landscaping. Terry Koogler coming at you. So on the trailer, what I've had done over the years, I've had this one, like I said, about 15 years. I've had this gate extended because when I first got it, it was hard to roll up the equipment. It would get hung up on the mesh, and so I had it extended a couple feet, I think. So it's now about 5'3" long. So that was an improvement. So I recommend a longer gate for everybody. Also, the springs, when I went with a longer gate, it added quite a bit of weight. I would say maybe a couple 100 pounds. And pardon the dog in the background. This is live video. These springs back here really wouldn't lift it much, so I ended up with the putting these Gorilla lifts. They're originally yellow and they're made by Gorilla Lift or whatever they're called, which helped a lot. I had a friend that fabricated the gate. You can kind of see about where it was, and maybe I think it's in there. It's really hard. He did a good job, so about in there, so 15-20 inches or something extended. Then he put these on for me. He's always doing stuff. We've updated to LED lights. He made these stainless steel rollers because the cable there was chewing through. As you can see, that upper one, how thin it is. This is what it should look like. So it just chewed. The bottom one really takes a lot of abuse with the load. So that's been updated. The wiring I've updated 2 or 3 times. It seems like these trailers have a lot of issues with the electricals, not the best on them. So I'm still having a few issues, but so got the lifts to help lift the tailgate now that it's extended, and it was extended about 15-20 inches. So that's the back. Also, keep in mind you need to grease your wheels in the middle here. There's a grease fitting there, and there's one on there. I've got tandem axles. There's also one back in there. So that's the 3 things you need to grease on your trailer quite often. Probably once a month would be nice or more. Then George, we'll call him the welder. That's my name for him. He's built this basket and stuff here, and then we've reconfigured it several times. This was the original hooks we put on it, and they work fine for the ladder, but I was finding with the sprayers and shovels was too much weight and was bending it, so we went something heavier. As you can see over here, that's I don't know what that is, a little over ½ inch, but it's much heavier. That hook there is much bigger than this hook, so this one's sufficient for the ladder. So we ended up modifying everything. The basket's approximately 15 inches deep. That was originally 24 inches, and I found that I couldn't lift stuff out. I wanted it to be secure, but I couldn't get it lift over the edge. It was really inconvenient, so we chopped it down to 15 inches is the current thing, and it's probably about 24 inches deep. So 15 inches high, 24 inches deep, and it runs the width of the trailer, whatever that is, 7 feet or something. So it got these hooks for the ladder, and then you can modify it any which way, but this is what I've been working with over the years. And I keep some bungees for tying stuff down. I keep a couple little hooks there for landscaping. I use them every day. On the front, I flip my wheelbarrows upside down and I just drill a hole through them. These are A.M. Leonard, and I have holes in the top, and I keep the found out that's important. I used to flip them the other way, where this metal was on the bottom, but when I turned real sharp, it would scratch and dent the truck. So I learned that flip them the other way, and then you have the rubber and also the tires more inward bound. So that solved that issue, so it's worked great. So I keep a couple wheelbarrows. I try to keep everything up here. So that's the red backpack sprayer is my Roundup. Then I've got a couple scoops on this side, and another little shovel there on that side for mulching or whatever you may be doing. So when I pull up to a cider every day, I don't have to load up a shovel and pitchfork and thatching rake, and Maddox is a very handy tool. That's so I keep all this on there all the time. It never comes off of it. So got a few gas cans in the back. The green sprayers, my bush sprayer. Some buckets for rocks and trash I pick up. And this is a 20-foot trailer. That's a 52-inch walk behind with a sulky on it, so you can see I have plenty of room. I could probably get 3 of them on there. And if you have a stand-ons, you could probably get 4 or 5 potentially. But I'm solo as well, and this is my Toro Time Master that I've modified. It's got a 1-gallon tank off the commercial unit, and then I got the commercial pulley, so it's working pretty good. I'm probably gonna, if I keep going, I'm gonna probably get the commercial transmission as well. But if you have any questions on that, let me know. I think I've done a little talk about that. So that's kind of my setup, and then I put my weed eaters and blowers up there. Since I'm a solo, this is all I run as far as mowers. 2 mowers does everything I need it to do. Now the front big space, I tend to put some, if I'm going to do a mulch job, I can get as many as around 4 yards of mulch up there, and still go through my day and still cut grass. So if I have a mulch job in the morning while it's wet out or something, I might mulch for 2, 3, 4 hours, then go and start my cutting. And if nothing else, I'll have I generally just have my tarps up there, so if I bag some grass or leaves or trim some bushes or trees, I use the tarp method. So I have about a half a dozen tarps in the back of my truck with hooks and strings on them, so I can tie them together, kind of close them up. So I lay them out on the job and throw the bush trimmings and tree trimmings on it, and then I pull them up into the trailer. I hook the ends together and then pull them up and put everything up here. This afternoon I came home and just cleared it. I had 4 or 5 tarps up there, so that's why I have such a big trailer, is for that purpose. It comes in real handy. It just allows you to pull up a job. I can mulch a little bit on a job. I can trim bushes, cut the grass, cut down a small tree, and I have plenty of room and tools to do that. Unfortunately, the chain here on the side is because of all the theft going on and stuff. So if I stop at a store, or I'm gonna have to go somewhere and I can run that around and lock up all my equipment. So that's what that's for. And you could use it for other things, I suppose. I use it for bush pulling and things like that, but that's primarily used for anti-theft device, or helps on that. And then here on the side, these hooks up here at the top, right there, that's for my weed eater, so it runs across the side there, so I clip that on or just lay it in the trailer if I'm in a hurry. Now these bottom hooks are for a steel pole trimmer, and I put that up the side, which fits on this 20-foot trailer just perfectly. I'll back up here so you can see that better. So it goes from the end of that wheel step to the just edge of the light there on the front, the orange light. So it fits in there perfectly. Not had any problems. It's very convenient to carry it there. It's not been damaged, and I can easily access it very quickly. I just have these pins. They just have a chain on the end, and you pull them out and put them in, and not lost anything in 15 years, so they work quite good. You don't have to lock it down or nothing. Then on this side again, we have another rake. This is my yard sprayer with the yellow stickers on it. And yeah, it's been a good trailer overall. The electrical's been the worst, but that's a common problem with, seems to be, at least with the 2 or 3 trailers that I've owned. They're kind of cheaply made. I think this one's well made besides that. So I'm running the Carlisle tires on it. Let's see if I can figure out the name on it real quick. I know it's Carlisle, but it's a certain model. Anyhow, they've been really good. I don't know if you can see it down there. It's upside down, radial trail tire. So anyhow, this has been one of the better tires I've had, the Carlisle radial trail. I guess that's the name of it. Here you can kind of see it a little bit better. But anyhow, it's been pretty good wearing. I put them on about a year and a half ago. I usually get about year and a half, 2 years to 3 years, and they're done. But these look like they're going to go 3 or 4 maybe on me. So I guess this bigger trailer and twisting and turning's hard on them. So anyhow, I think that's about covered it. So yeah, the baskets add-on, which is really nice, and this is after 41 years of doing it. This is a real good setup. Of course, on the other side, if you're running a crew, you could put these mounts and have a couple weed eaters one on each side, and a couple pole trimmers. You could double up stuff, but once again, I'm solo. So and then I've also seen people where they have little towers and they hook their blowers, and I just set my blower in the truck. I find if you have anything sticking up over the rails, it makes it difficult to get things up and over. So if you're throwing limbs on it, or unloading or loading up a mulch, if you have something that protrudes up on the rails, so I keep mine pretty clean. The gorilla ramps or lifts are the only thing that stick up, and as you can see, that only adds 2 or 3 inches of height. So pretty clean setup, so they can load pallets of rock or sod and flip it right over the side pretty easily. And so this is my setup I wanted to share with you and update you on that. I don't know how thorough I went on the last one, so keep your wheels and that grease fitting there in the middle greased, and that's most of the maintenance on it. And brakes seem to last quite a while. I think I'm on my original set. I may have changed them out once, I can't recall. And then that's kind of the parts of the gorilla lifts, and mine were welded on. You could bolt them together, but we both decided that welding worked better, and he's a whiz at fabrication, so he they can easily be taken off when needed, but they've been on about 10 years or so of the 15 years. So, well, that's my time. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them, and like and subscribe. Thanks.